Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with another show, gee whiz, somewhere around
September, right?
the
11th,
12th of September. We hope you're enjoying this late heat wave that we're having here. A little
the end of summer, right?
warmth continuing on into the
Indian
Burr months.
summer.
News and Community Bulletin Board. As usual, Adele is here with
It's Easy Being Green.
We missed you last week,
I know,
but
where
you were
were
on
you?
assignment,
On
right? I
assignment.
guess he was on assignment last week. Rich Misabni and his reviews, News for Seniors, and then Miriam Gennari is here with her guest, Jay Facette from the Arlington County Board. That's our show, but before we go, here's a social media reminder from my partner.
Well, that's right, Craig. You can watch us on youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number one, or you can also visit us on our Facebook channel, facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. So please visit us on our social media
YouTube
sites.
and Facebook. All right, thanks, Daniel. Here we go with the first of our news items. Well, Arlington's election season kicked off on September 3rd. That's when local candidates duked it out at the Arlington Civic Federation's annual Candidates Forum. It was held at Virginia Hospital Center. Candidates for 6 races participated. 4 of the 6 races were for representatives for the House of Delegates. The seats up for election are in the 45th, 47th, 48th, and 49th districts. The remaining 2 races involve Jay Facette's County Board seat and the school board seat held by James Lander. Election day coming up November 5. Get out there and vote for your local officials. Daniel.
Well, in related news, County Board member Jay Facette, who is fighting to retain his seat, has just received an endorsement from NOWPAC, the Virginia's National Organization for Women Political Action Committee. The NOWPAC, as it's sometimes called, is a bipartisan political action organization that supports the interests of Virginia's National Organization for Women. Craig.
And Daniel, this item on emergency preparedness. Last week we reminded you that September is Emergency Preparedness Month. Well, to help Arlington residents prepare for a potential natural disaster or other emergency, the Office of Emergency Management released a list of tips to be aware of. The website shown on your screen now, we hope. You can also visit the Emergency Management Office at their website, and that is shown on their screen. Always good to be prepared for those natural disasters.
Absolutely.
Daniel.
Well, Craig, public transportation for county middle and high school students just got easier. ART, Arlington Regional Transit, has introduced a discount card for students. Students with an iRide SmartTrip card can ride the ART bus for the teen discount fare of 75 cents. Visit ART website for more information.
And some information now for you bikers out there. Bike Arlington, an Arlington County commuter service program, needs your help to create a new bike map. Bike Arlington's goal is to work with citizens, businesses, and local government officials to increase the biking in the area. Providing a bike map is one of their latest initiatives to help accomplish that goal. In addition, they'll also be creating the bike map. They'll also want to know people's biking preferences and tendencies. You can fill out their survey by visiting their website before September 17. Their website shown on the screen now. Fill out the survey, and you just might win a free Kindle Fire.
Wow, Kindle Fire.
What's not to like about that?
Absolutely.
All right, Daniel.
Well, 2 county schools were recognized as leading innovators in education. Virginia Living Magazine elevated school programs for 2013 and listed the best ones in their October issue. H.B. Woodlawn Secondary Program and Wakefield High School were listed among the top high schools and colleges in the country. H.B. Woodlawn was featured for its flexible arts and humanities education plan. Wakefield made the co-ops and partnership category for its partnership with Signature Theater. And Craig, this is a great story. Ben's Chili Bowl.
Ben's Chili Bowl.
Coming to Arlington.
You may have heard about Ben's Chili Bowl, that venerable old place over there in the district. Where is it, Rich? Is it F Street, G Street?
U Street.
U Street.
Come on, Craig.
Sorry. On U Street, in the U Street corridor. Well, chili fries and half-smoked lovers, listen up. Washington, D.C.'s staple, Ben's Chili Bowl. is planning to open a branch in Roslyn, of all places. Ben's Chili Bowl is slated to open early next year at 1725 Wilson Boulevard, where Ray's Hellburger used to be, the original Ben's Chili Bowl on U Street. There you go, in the district. It's been there since the late 1950s. Ben's already has branches at FedEx and Nats Park. And look for Ben's Chili Bowl coming to Roslyn. Who knew?
That's a great story.
Who would have thunk that?
Delicious.
Half smoked, right?
We'll be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Adele. And
It's easy being green. Hey,
Here's
Adele.
Adele.
Hello. Well, that's a tough story to follow.
I know, right?
Ben's Chili.
That is a tough one.
It's
Good luck.
easy. Thank you. It is easy being green with 3 simple ways to change your lifestyle. Arlingtonians for a Clean Environment offers a free green ebook entitled 101 Ways to Go Green and Save Money. Download it and start living a more efficient, sustainable life today. The link is shown on your screen. 100 Ways to Go Green and Save Money makes it possible for anyone to make a difference with green options. A big concern for many is that going green will come with a hefty price tag, but author David Toomey presents the green options that are the most efficient and least costly eco-friendly ideas to use. The ideas he selected will not only benefit our environment, but they will save you money along the way. By making these 101 simple changes to your lifestyle, you can stop wasting just about everything you use, have more than enough, and never need to lower your living standards. In addition to David Toomey's free green ebook, here's a couple other easy programs to check out before you get ready to throw something away. Find a FreeCycle group to trade with. FreeCycle is a network of people actively looking to reuse things rather than throw them away. Essentially, people are giving away the things that they can't sell for free to others who may want or need them. Sometimes there's some trading involved, so it's a win-win for you, the new owner, and the earth. Keep good stuff out of our landfills. You can check out the Arlington FreeCycle group at the website shown on your screen. You're also likely to find takers by posting on Craigslist. So donate, but don't discard. This is a good rule to live by. Don't throw something away just because you've outgrown it or it's a style you no longer like. Thrift stores such as Goodwill or the Salvation Army will be more than happy to take these items in serviceable condition. Or here's another program. Recycle your sneakers with Nike Reuse a Shoe. This is available in certain states, but Nike uses the athletic shoes to make Nike Grind material. This material is used to make sports surfaces for courts, tracks, fields, and playgrounds. For more information to see if your state participates, visit Nike's website shown on your screen. So remember, it's easy being green by making these simple changes to your current lifestyle.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
FreeCycle. There's some gum under the desk here. Do you think they'd be
It
interested in
says, good things, keep it out of the landfill. I don't know about
Okay.
the gum.
Beautiful. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Adele.
Thank you.
We appreciate your efforts. All right, as promised now, here's our CBB, or Community Bulletin Board file. Well, there are a couple of events that parents of Arlington Public School students should know about. On Tuesday, September 17, it's Elementary Back to School Night for all elementary school students except Barcroft. Barcroft parents should check their school's website for their Back to School Night. And the next day, the 18th of September, will be middle school Back to School Night. So those Back to School Nights coming up next week. Daniel.
And Craig, there are some fun kids programs returning to the library this fall. And one of them is Pause to Read, helps reluctant young readers improve their reading skills by practicing in front of patient, non-judgmental for-like listeners. Dogs can help children raise their reading levels. There's even scientific evidence to support it. Call your nearest public library branch to register for a 15-minute slot.
I like that. Read to your four-legged,
Non-judgmental. Yeah.
non-judgmental companion. That's very good. All right, here we go. Some more information from the library. Central Library's Kids Club has a variety of fun activities for children ages K through 5. Registration is not required for this free 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 event. For more information and details, 703-228-5946. Sessions are on every week on Wednesdays from 4:15 to 5 in the afternoon. Daniel.
For bilingual readers, Cuentos para Niños starts on the 12th of this month. This program is in Inglés y Español, uses a mix of stories, songs, and crafts to help children strengthen their language skills. Registration isn't required, but seating is on a first-come, first-served basis. Call 703-228-5946 to learn more about this free weekly Central Library program.
All right, thanks, Daniel. And we'll be back with our News for Seniors file right after we hear from our man about town for theater, the arts, and a whole lot more, Mr. Rich Massad.
Thank you,
Hey,
my
Rich.
boy.
Take it away,
I'm
Rich.
going to breeze through these.
Breeze
five.
it, breeze it.
Right. There was on September 6th last week, 2013 Pacific Miss Asian American Grand Finale, a beauty contest
A beauty contest.
and talent.
Okay.
And the winner was Emily Duong, 23, born in Saigon, graduate of George Mason University. She's studying medicine now. A very good show. If you want to know anything about this Asian group, call 301-928-0713 or look up the website, pciculture.com. Well, the Little Theater of Alexandria has a good show going on. It's Caught in the Net. It has some of the fastest and funniest double entendre stuff you're ever going to see on the stage. The story is John Smith, played by Mike Baker, is married to two women, and they have a daughter. Well, it's one of these things where it gets confusing back and forth, but so much fun, it's a wonderful cast. I just say it goes till September 28th. If you want to have a lot of laughs, I'd say go to Little Theater of Alexandria. The phone number there is 703-683-0496, or check the website, thelittletheater.com. There was a Bordeaux tasting on September 4 and a seminar. A professional wine educator, Robert Kavanaugh of Adventure Wine, conducted a seminar of tasting of several Bordeaux wines, and he brought in a guest expert, Wendy Narby, to discuss the wines of Medoc, Haut Medoc, Listrac, Mouly, Margaux, Saint Julien, Pauillac, and Saint Estèphe. The next Kavanaugh seminar check will be shown on their website at www.adventurewine.com. He does good stuff, this guy, Robert Kavanaugh. Studio Theater in the district has a wonderful thing, Torch Song Trilogy. You know that guy, Harvey Firestone?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote this thing. It's somewhat autobiographical. It was worth every minute. It's a gay-themed story inspired somewhat by Firstone's life. The play centers around Arnold, played by Brandon Urowitz, a drag queen who's involved with a guy named Ed. There's a lot of some sexuality and all, but nothing offensive to the straights. You know what I mean?
Innuendo and maybe
A little bit, but,
A little
but he's
bit.
a likable guy, this Arnold guy. And there's some good people in it. Alex Mills, who's with Cinetic Theater, he's in this
Yes.
thing. And so there's a few people. And then there's a gal in there, Sarah Grace Wilson. She's a straight gal in there with one of these guys. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. Call 202-332-3300 to check the web at studiotheater.org. You'll like it. It was enjoyable. It was 3.5 hours, though. It was good. And then I want to tell you about, on 14th Street, M Cafe Bar. It's a contemporary Italian cuisine. They just opened 2 weeks ago, and I wandered in there. Next thing you know, I'm eating the pizza and
You just
calamari.
wandered to wander in.
Yeah, that's right. Calamari,
Right, okay.
you know. So anyway, when I go in, I start throwing my business cards around.
Absolutely.
They're picking them up.
Right.
But anyway, they have specialty drinks. They got everything, and they got a staff that is, in my opinion, considering they just opened the doors, pretty hip, pretty good. The guy who owns it is Mehdi Zergani, and so I walked in the place. Said, "The place any good?" He didn't know me from a hole in the wall.
Well, he does now.
He says, "Come on in, sit down, and have something to eat."
Absolutely.
I did. Anyway, here are just a few of the menu items. They've got cold and hot appetizers, including tuna tartar. I like tuna tartar.
Yes, tuna tartar's good.
And then mussels, they got swordfish, pork chops, salmon, duck, pizza with a revolving base, bottom, so everything gets cooked evenly. It very nice. It's located at 1634 14th Street in the district. And for more information, call 202-290-1178 and check the web at www.mcafebar.com. So that ought to hold you for a week till I tell you next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good
Sounds
too.
good.
Very good. So
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Nice
Thank
job. Thanks, Rich. We appreciate that. Your efforts. Here we go now. As promised, news for seniors. I'll get my news for seniors. Much better. News for seniors glasses. Here we go. Well-known elder care attorney Ed Zetlin will discuss the differences between guardianship and conservatorship. That's coming up on Tuesday, September 17 at 1 in the afternoon at Lee Senior Center. Both guardianship and conservatorship give one party legal authority to make decisions for another party. But there are differences that people should know about. This is a free program. Call Lee Senior Center to find out more about it, 703-228-0555. Daniel.
Well, Walter Reed Senior Center has secured the services of Mac computer guru Laurel Nelson to conduct a series of one-on-one classes on Apple computer products, including the iPad and also the iPhone. These classes will take place on Wednesday, September the 18th, starting at 9 a.m. Call Walter Reed to schedule an appointment at 703-228-0955. Correct.
And also, hearing loss is a serious situation as we get older. Sandra Romano, Doctor of Audiology from Sonus, Arlington, will present a program about solutions to hearing loss. That's coming up on Monday, September 23 at 10 in the morning at Langston Brown Senior Center. She'll also conduct free hearing screenings following the program. For more information, give Langston Brown a call at 703-228-6300. Daniel.
Well, Walter Reed Senior Center is hosting a panel of experts to discuss various aspects of senior life. They will meet with seniors on Friday, that's September the 20th, at 12 p.m. to discuss aging and living well. Panel members will include elder care attorney Mark O'Reilly, financial expert Amy Brantz, memory care specialist Sandra Fields, assisted living placement specialist Scott McGuire, and real estate expert Helen Flynn. Call Walter Reed to register at 703-228-0955. And of course, we want to thank our own Judy Masomni for helping us out with this week's stories. Thank you so much, Judy, for your hard work and dedication.
Thanks, Judy. We appreciate it. And we'll be back to say goodbye right after we hear from Miriam and her guest. Here's Miriam.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I am here with co-chair of the County Board, Jay Fizzette. Thanks for joining us, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
Well, now, Jay, you've been on the County Board since 1998, and you're about to run for your seat and to maintain your position. Tell me, since your time on the board, what would you say is the most important change you've initiated?
I'll think of two, but the one based on the purpose of this show, I'll get to. The first one was e-government and technology, and really putting emphasis in 2001 on e-government services and allowing people to get things taken care of through the internet. We did a lot with that. But in more recent years, my passion is really around the environment. And 3-4 years ago, we created the Energy and Sustainability Task Force, a broad base of folks, all the major property owners, all the employers, nonprofits, civic groups. And we came together and created, with a consensus, an energy plan, an energy reduction plan for this community over the next 40 years. Very few communities have done it, and we've now adopted it as part of the county's comprehensive plan, sort of on the same par as our land use plan, our transportation plan, stormwater management, open space, those things. Not many communities have done that.
No, and some people would say that that's almost as significant as the number of metro stops we have in Arlington, that we will eventually have one of the most energy efficient communities in the state of Virginia.
Well, we are famous for our smart growth planning. because we started doing that long before that term was coined. And I really see the work in energy and the environment as the next chapter in Arlington's sustainability story, starting with land use, transportation, and there are a lot of emissions from transportation, so that's part of this picture, moving on to energy and how we make our buildings more efficient, use renewable energy more effectively, educate people, etc.
I know that sustainability is something that you personally believe in, and I've heard very often people say that, you know, Arlington is a victim of its own success, so successful that we have a shortage of affordable housing, we have difficult transportation in this area, and of course we still have a very difficult time making sure that our minorities residents are employed and are doing well. So if you were reelected, how would you address some of these issues for those people who are not thriving here in Arlington?
Well, that's a very good question, and when people, we know we have a lot of good things that work here, but of course we have challenges, always have, always will, and the two that you just mentioned, well, you mentioned one of the two that what I would characterize as we're victims of our success, affordable housing. We are small, we have a desirable place to live, and because of that, the land here, the value of that land keeps rising. It makes it very difficult for people of low and moderate income to be able to afford to live here.
Senior citizens and taxes.
Senior citizens as well, though for some we do have exemptions and deferrals if they have a certain level of asset and income for seniors. But for people of low and moderate income, we put over 5% of the budget towards those programs. We leverage $3 or $4 for every county taxpayer dollar to try to find new ways to either protect or preserve or create new units of affordable housing. We also have housing grants that help subsidize people in rental apartments. But it's a full-time job. Alexandria, Fairfax, I would say put 0.9 and 1.4% of their budget to these programs. We put 5.3% of our budget toward these programs. It's a serious issue, and we're going to keep working at it.
Okay, so aside from the domestic issues, let's just get back on the environment, because the plastic water bottles have been a pet peeve of yours for a long time. In fact, in 2009.
And yours.
And indeed, as well as styrofoam, I might add. But in any case, I want you to tell us what bothers you most about these plastic water bottles.
Well, I come at it, you can come at it from any number of ways, but first, I'm in the business as a local government official of using your taxpayer money to create safe, clean drinking water. And we have it. And it's available in many places and accessible.
So we want folks to know you can drink Arlington water.
This is not about water being bad. Water is good. It's just that you don't have to spend tons of money and you don't have to use all that energy and carbon to create the plastic and then let that plastic degrade the environment. That is the ecosystem we depend upon to survive.
So tell me about Tap In Arlington.
Tap In Arlington is a group of about 15 at this point, local activists. You're one of them. Thank you for joining us. We meet in my living room once a month, and we've created a website, www.tapinarlington.com or .org, and it gives you information about the alternatives to using a plastic water bottle, why that's not a good thing for the environment, why it's not a good thing for your pocketbook. And it also plugs tap water that we have here in Arlington. Our goal is to get 10,000 people, in fact, to take a very simple pledge that they will choose to drink tap water instead of purchasing the single-use plastic throwaway bottles.
All right, I'm very glad we got to that, because I think that's an important piece for the Sustainable Scoop. But now, in a week, I will have your opponent for County Board, Audrey Clement, here. And I'm going to ask her the same question I'm about to ask you. Looking at Audrey's platform, tell me one thing you really like and one thing that you don't.
Well, I haven't looked at her platform. I have debated her just last night. One thing I like, I assume on a lot of the green and environmental issues, we're very similar in terms of our philosophies. I assume she has signed the pledge about plastic water bottles, but I don't know for sure. She is promoting solar, something that I promote too. I think there's a practical break-even point now in terms of the business case for it. So we still need to find incentives. We still need to work with the state to do that.
All right, so it sounds like in a lot of ways you do agree as an environmentalist yourself.
No doubt, no doubt.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here on the Arlington Weekly News. I want you viewers to be sure to go to Physette.org if you'd like to find out more information, or about your drinking water, go to arlingtonva.us and search water, or you can take the pledge to stop purchasing plastic water bottles at taparlington.com, tapinarlington.com. Thanks so much for watching this edition of The Sustainable Scoop. Back to you at the news desk.
Don't have time. All right, thanks Miriam, and thank you to Mr. Physette for joining us here on the Arlington Weekly News, and thanks to all of you for watching this edition. Anything else to add before we go?
Visit YouTube.
Time to go. Check
That's
us
it.
out on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be there. We'll be here. You'll be there next week, and we'll do it all again for another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.
Bye.